retire. He isn't. You know what people are saying, that he's an all-time Laker.
He'll be upset.
He's not even on the list.
He's not an all-time Laker at all.
Not an all-time Laker
He'll be
at all.
upset. Watch.
The number one all-time Laker is Kobe, right?
I would say that.
In my opinion.
I would say Magic is second. I would say Shaq maybe third, or Jerry West. I don't know.
Shaq
is
Shaq. Just for the overall like characterism of him and stuff, you know.
Jerry West. After
West,
that,
yeah.
Will.
Kareem.
Well,
it's old school. There's a
lot.
There's so many.
Derek Fisher.
Powell.
You know who's not on that list? LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't even think he's in top 20. All his stats are lower than he was anywhere else. And that's because he's older.
And I'm not saying that
his best years are not with the Lakers.
I'm not saying exactly. I'm not saying he's not better than the list that we just said. The people he's obviously better than Derek Fisher. He's obviously better than Derek Fisher.
Overall,
yeah.
But not as a Laker.
But not as a Laker. Derek Fisher has hit so many iconic shots and valuable instances for that championship trilogy.
Besides him, the one who did more was Robert Horry. But yeah.
Well, yeah, even Robert Horry. Robert Horry's not even up there yet. You know what I mean? He was just a journeyman.
Big shot ball has some big shots.
Like the criteria of what you have to do for the Lakers
to be
on there, to be an all-time Laker, you have to win chips.
But that's what I'm saying. Even Robert Horry, he's helped them win those championships with those big shots in the early 2000s.
I'm not saying that.
Robert Horry is the most clutch Laker of all time.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Clutch even for
maybe Derek Fisher, then Robert Horry.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I think Robert Horry, because he was even a clutch for the Rockets. He's fucking 7-0 in rings.
Yes,
because of his shot.
But that's what I'm saying. You have to have brought chips, plural, to the team.
He's definitely on it.
He's brought 7.
No, not
on his resume. So
yeah.
And he's brought, I think, 4 of them from the Clippers. I mean, the Lakers.
Three from the Lakers.
Three from the Lakers. Yeah.
So.
No, that's what. That's
LeBron
what I'm saying.
has about how many for the Lakers?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
One.
If Robert Horry is not on that wall,
you're saying he's above LeBron on the Lakers.
Yes, Robert Horry's 100% above LeBron James on the Lakers. Why? Because he's done more and he's been around more chips. LeBron had one chip in a season.
It's sort of like an asterisk one too.
And everyone wants, and I
controversial.
And I go, fuck it, it's an asterisk, but I'll still take it. Like the Dodgers, same thing, asterisk, we'll still take it. But guess what? We came back and won a chip. Did the Lakers fucking come back and win a chip? No, they lost in 5.
And he's always bitching
about everything. He flops.
You already know that.
You know what I mean?
He flops and he hides his face and looks.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
He's if anybody was made for fucking Hollywood base or Hollywood fucking Lakers shit, he would have been perfect for the Clippers. He's a Clipper. He performs.
Yeah, he's a Clipper.
He performs like a Clipper.
LeBron is a Clipper.
He should have went to the Clippers. We should have got Kawhi. I would have been fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't care if Kawhi fucking gets hurt. You know why? Because he plays hard and he doesn't
fucking lie all the time.
He just goes.
Awkward laugh.
I would take him, but fuck LeBron James. Fuck him. For reals. Fuck him. Get him gone. I'm over it. Let him go with the Karens. He's one of those people that doesn't like the fat people that said training and exercises is work. That's the reality that we live in. So you're not gonna be better than Kobe. Your jersey should not be retired. And fuck no, he shouldn't fucking get a statue. Get the fuck out of here.
So in his stint with the Lakers, there hasn't been a time when he was winning and helping you guys win. You were never like, all right, this guy's not bad. He's all right.
What have I said?
You never cheered for him,
Tim. I've said this, and I've been on record, and you can quote me. I've always said, you know what? I don't like LeBron James, but because he's on the Lakers, I have to fuck with him. But now his time is up.
Forcibly liking him.
What do you fucking want me to do? I'm not going to cut my nose to spite my face?
Because, like, for me as being a Bulls fan, just because we get fucking, who was it, Josh Giddey? I don't give a fuck about Josh Giddey. Like,
I don't give a fuck about LeBron James.
But I'm not going to forcibly root. But you say you're forcibly rooting for him. I'm not going to forcibly root for someone.
I have to. He's a star franchise. What do you mean?
Why would you not root for people on your team?
I have to root for him to win.
I like players from other teams I'm not even a fan of because I have respect for them as an athlete.
Do you want your team to win?
LeBron, I don't care for it. No.
Okay, do you want your Bulls to win? Like if you're probably like watching a game and you're watching against the Lakers or Bulls versus
But I'm not going to feel
Boston.
As a fan happy or satisfied if it was someone I don't like. I'm not going to feel.
That's so fucking. See, I don't understand that at all. Like if your dude is putting up 40 points.
You just got to be loyal to your team.
Yeah,
my team made a decision without me.
The name on the front, not the name on the back.
Yeah, and I will support my team. My team made a decision.
I still root for the motherfucker because I
No.
want my team to
Bro,
win.
I used to root for Trent Edwards, dog. What are you talking about?
Root for the Bills.
See?
This is enough said already.
Trent
But
Edwards, Nate Peterman. Do you know that guy gave me the worst experience of my life?
like I said,
I spent fucking $500 on these tickets for me and my son. His first NFL game
yeah,
against the Chargers. You know what happened?
get the ass beat.
Threw 5 interceptions.
Oh,
Not in the
shit.
game. Before halftime.
Wow, that's crazy.
7 for the game.
That's crazy.
And we still almost came back because of Tyrod.
Well, like I said, I'm not gonna root for someone I don't
had
like.
to
I don't
force-
care if they come to my team or not. That shit does not matter. That shit is not gonna.
I was fed
I'm not gonna be
I was
persuaded
fed
to be
and
like,
ate a
"Oh,
bag
okay,
of
I'm gonna
lies.
forcibly
Timothy.
like it.
They told
Fuck
me
that.
I was gonna get the GOAT. They told me I was gonna get the king.
You
They told me I
know-
was gonna get multiple championships, not just one, not two.
Okay, that was with Miami, but you don't know what you were gonna get.
You were paired up
No,
with
no,
one
my
of the
bad.
top 5 centers,
We didn't get the
power
GOAT.
forward of all time. We didn't get a GOAT.
The GOAT left in 2020.
It doesn't matter because you knew what you were getting more or less because he
Rest in
was
peace, Kobe.
he was coming into the end of this is like the last stage of his career. You guys knew you're not gonna get the best of LeBron. For his
you
age,
know
it's
where the
impressive.
no,
but
listen.
it's not the best of him.
Listen,
what he can do.
that contract that they signed, he earned it. He brought one ring, right? Okay.
But
But
for
where
the
they
caliber-
fucked up is when they hired him for 2 more years, knowing this motherfucker is gonna get hurt eventually.
No,
and he
'cause-
did. He's hurt right now, wobbling back home because he's fucking hurt.
Okay, but
he's
you're,
playing hurt.
you're almost saying like you're satisfied with what he's brought to the Lakers. Which, if someone's could be in a lot of people's names, I mean, a lot of people's mouths, he's considered the greatest player.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what you get from the greatest player.
I'm sorry, Tim or
Lou.
Lou.
I'm
'cause
a Jordan
upset.
fan, so let's not even go there. But what's up?
I'm sorry that your team is just new to this campaign that we do called winning. Because
Your team's not new to winning. Believe me. You
yeah.
guys don't win.
How were the Lakers in
hold
the
on,
90s?
wait, pause.
Who
pause,
was
pause.
who was
Wait,
running
wait,
the
wait,
who
wait.
was running
You
the
had your
90s?
rant. Hold on.
But
let
who
me-
was
let me
running the
educate
90s?
you. Let me speak
Don't
some
say my
gospel.
team doesn't know about
Let me
championships.
speak some gospel, sir.
We won 2 in the 90s. What are
Lakers
you
have
talking
more
about?
rings, but don't get it twisted
And
in
we
the
killed
90s.
it the 80s.
I,
We
You
had
guys
2
killed
rings
it
in that time.
in the 80s, but
In
I'm
the
talking about
90s.
the 90s. Who was running the 90s?
the
Oh,
Chicago
we got
Bulls.
1 ring or 2 rings in
You
the
didn't
90s?
get no rings in the 90s.
Oh, we didn't?
It was the Bulls,
Oh, it's
the
2000,
Rockets, and
2001,
then the
2002.
Spurs.
Yeah.
Bulls, Rockets, and Spurs.
We were in the finals.
The
but we
only
didn't
team
win.
that did was the Bulls, Rockets, and Spurs. The only teams in the 90s that got rings.
For,
And the only reason why the Rockets got rings because Jordan was not playing baseball.
let me.
And then he retired when the Spurs got rings.
I-
Otherwise, we would have got rings all fucking the whole goddamn decade.
I started off giving you your roses to your team. I said you're fairly new.
Roses? That's roses?
Did you listen to what I'm saying?
But,
I
bro,
said-
why are you living in the past?
I'm saying no. Hold on.
He wants to bring up about my team not
hold
winning
on.
nothing. Like,
Hold on.
We have a history.
Bro,
Check the
you guys
receipts.
haven't won a championship.
Since Jordan retired. Yeah, I know.
Nah, you guys haven't won a there wasn't cell phones when you guys last won a championship.
Yes, 1998. I understand that.
There's no PlayStation 2. There's no Xbox.
Yeah, there was a PlayStation 1 that was pretty dope. So.
What I'm saying.
And 64.
What I'm saying, Lou, is that your organization is.
There's no Stranger Things.
New-
Our
new to
organization
winning.
fucking sucks. I will agree to that. I hate our front office. They've been shit since fucking the 90s. So
Here's what I'm saying
They
to
don't know how
you
to keep a
is
team.
that your organization is new to winning in a sense. And
They
I
don't know.
and that's not even new because it's been how many years since you guys won?
since fucking Jordan.
It's lonely.
So it's a while, but in that short period, you got 6, right?
In that decade, yes.
17.
Scottie Pippen got 6.
17. Second overall best.
Okay, a lot of those rings were like in the 60s and 70s when there was fucking
Okay.
like, no athleticism.
And
so?
And yeah, tall niggas like Kareem and fucking Wilt. Just
Why couldn't you
murdering
guys do it then? Why couldn't you do it in the 70s?
Okay,
60s?
Hey, it was a lot tougher then.
80s and 2000s.
the Knicks,
80s and
the
2000s.
Pacers, they weren't no fucking
Hey,
joke.
80s, 2000s, not too far away. And then between that little spot, you had the 90s, right? 5 for the Lakers in the 80s, 5 Lakers in the fucking 2000s. You 6, so that's 10. So that already trumps what I'm talking
Okay,
about. already.
but we're not gonna
10.
just.
So what my point is,
yeah, 'cause we're not gonna
this
wrap for a ring, but
long-winded
don't
organization
just
is
hurt my
that
team like we don't
my
got no rings.
organization
We didn't run the 90s.
requires excellence, not one
You
championship.
guys got lucky on 1 draft pick, Scottie Pippen, and then after
Because of
you
luck,
got,
they knew what they were doing. We traded for him. We traded for him. We didn't. He didn't get. He was drafted to the Sonics. We
'Cause I
traded him
guarantee
for
you
Sam
if-
Perkins.
if Scottie Pippen was on the team, you wouldn't win shit.
He was like not even effective his first year or so. He had to just
Who
grow.
really is? Who really is?
Scottie
LeBron
Pippen
James.
was the
Yeah.
main reason of the trilogy the second time, for sure. Without Scottie Pippen, there is no back again.
No, I know what kind of solid team we had.
And
Nigga,
you
we
got
almost went to the championship
feel
in
bad.
'94 without Jordan. I understand that.
He got robbed with that deal. He had fucked it over.
Oh no, his whole contract in the '90s.
But what I'm saying is that yes, you have an excellent team, and I was praising you got so defensive. But what I'm saying
but you're
is,
saying your team
is
expects excellence. Last time they won a ring was 2020, and prior to that was 20 what?
That's
14?
what I'm saying.
Bro, that's still closer.
I mean,
Over
2012.
No,
That's over
but no,
25
he's not
years.
wrong. I'm not saying
2 decades,
I'm
bro.
not, and I'm not even saying you're wrong. I'm saying that's why when you're telling me, oh, you're not happy, like you're not happy with the champion. I'm like, no,
Bro, do you know that we've won
not at
at
all.
the
Because that's
beginning
not
of
what-
every century?
We don't expect that.
At the beginning of every century, we've won.
Yes,
2020, 2010.
Oh, you mean recently?
in the last 3 years, in
1990.
the last 30 years.
Oh,
Last 30 years.
89.
Okay, 30 years. Yeah.
In
No,
the 2000s,
in the 80s, it was
in that
Detroit.
decade, we won one. In the teens, that decade, we won one. Turning the century, we've won one.
I know you guys win a decade drive.
We are relevancy. It's weird. Why that we're royalty.
I know,
It's
but
an island of
I know,
relevancy.
but hold on, you guys would drive
We
decade
are.
though. Okay, you guys.
We are.
The '90s was you guys
Yeah.
were my.
Bro,
When you
you've
think
been
of-
dry the whole time.
When you think of
Your whole career,
basketball-
except for 95 to 98, is all dry.
But you're saying your team is looked at as excellence. You guys were not nothing of any excellence in the
17
'90s.
championships, Lou. What are you talking about? We're nothing.
But a whole 10 years, a whole decade, you guys were not excellence. You guys weren't that team. The Lakers, the Los Angeles, the Purple and Gold.
Okay,
You guys weren't
Bulls.
that.
What are you? When have you been relevant since the 90s?
I'm saying,
And
besides
before the
us, it
90s,
was-
were you? No.
You had 10 years of Jordan, and he got you
Oh,
6.
in the '80s, it was between y'all and
Or
Boston.
I don't
though.
even how many years of Jordan did he have? And he brought you 6, and that's amazing. And he is
Yeah,
the GOAT.
exactly.
And he's
because,
the best
because-
basketball player that
yeah,
I've ever seen in
because
my
younger,
goddamn life.
yeah, because Younger in his career in the '80s, he was going against the prime Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, who were ruling the '80s.
But
running
what
the
you're
80s.
failing to realize is that the Lakers experience there's not one chip. You don't go on the wheel, you don't go on the house for bringing one. That does not qualify as the minimum. Is that qualify for the minimum
I
for
know.
for the Clippers? Oh, I'm sorry, they haven't won shit.
Well, we're talking about other teams. The only team that's almost neck to neck with you guys' rings is the Celtics. So.
No, the Texans have more than us.
Oh, that's
One
right.
more.
Because they won.
Because
a couple
they
years
won
ago.
last
Yeah,
year.
That's right. Because
So-
it was tied before that.
So, but it's we're the 1-2 punch.
yeah,
right
neck
there.
to neck, basically. Yeah.
Okay, we're the
Yeah.
Yankees. We're the Yankees of the ML. With
Okay,
the,
but I'm just
basketball.
trying to get back to what you're saying. When your team is like this
I'm
top,
just
top
saying-
tier team.
I'm just.
It is.
Because what I'm saying.
But they're
we
not
don't-
as
we
far as
don't-
winning
we-
these champions. If you're a
we-
top tier team, you're winning rings.
Lou,
That's a top tier
we don't
team.
put
17
we
of
don't
them,
put
bro.
Western Conference banners up.
We're talking about right now again. Don't like you told me. Don't keep going to the past. We're talking about right
No,
now.
I'm just saying-
We're talking about the last 3, 4, 5 years.
It's just been, we won in 2020.
And that's what you're proving my point. That's why I'm saying fuck LeBron James. That's what I'm saying. You only bring
but
one,
you're also saying you're forcibly rooting for him.
and I have to.
I don't have
Because
to.
it's
That's a choice. That
loyalty.
is a choice. You could be a loyal
That's
to your
weird.
team.
That's
You don't have to be
weird.
loyal to players that come and
Weird.
go.
Weird.
It's not weird. It's weird to forcibly like some shit that you don't genuinely like. That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
It
I'm
is.
not fucking weird like that. If I genuinely
That's
like some
called
shit,
being a fanatic.
I'm not gonna forcibly pretend to like
That's
some
why
shit.
it's called being a fanatic. If I wasn't weird in my mind, I wouldn't be a fanatic. I wouldn't be a fair weather fan. I have to root for
So
my
what,
goddamn team.
you rooted for Will? You rooted against Will Levis?
Yeah.
Who? Will Levis?
Is that some like old ass school player?
No, bro. That's on the Titans last year.
No, I'm not. I haven't been following too much with my team on the Tennessee. We're just.
He's
that's
not a
all.
fan.
See,
No, it's because like once again, I'm just sick and tired of the office, the front office, the way they run my teams. They're not running teams to build teams. They keep just fucking replacing people every couple of years.
just to make
We
money.
get these great young players that have potential to grow, but every time they get
They
good, we
blew-
fucking trade them
They
off.
blew it with Vrabel. Because you guys, they should have let him reload.
Yeah, they should have, but like I said, I get it. It's a business, but not fuck that. Like you got to keep some players on teams sometimes. And it makes too much sense.
Fuck LeBron James is all I'm saying. Get him out.
Fuck
That's all
LeBron
I'm saying.
James.
Take
Brown
his-
James.
Take his one chip back home, too.
Got bitch back to Cleveland, dude. We'll say it's 16. Feeling nice.
I learned that Lou thinks the Chicago Bulls are
Chicago Bulls.
royalty in the NBA.
No, I'm saying don't call them. I mean, as of right now, we're scrubs, but don't call us overall generalizers as scrubs.
I never once said that.
No,
I never said that.
You're like your team is new, this and that. No, we're not.
They are.
New. We're not new, nigga. We have a history of winning.
For only six times.
But we
in
have
the 90s that one time.
We have a history.
You don't have a history. You have a one-time occurrence.
You
it's not a history.
You have
it's a one-time occurrence.
A flash
the
in the
best
pan.
player of all time was on that team.
A history
of all time by leaps and bounds.
Listen,
the best one in the. You got graced by God that the best human, whoever will play the sport of
what is
American
you guys are
basketball.
scrubs because you guys caught lightning in a bottle.
God said
one time.
You be host.
You got lucky
son.
once.
Jesus came and
lightning in a bottle
into Michael Jordan and played for the Chicago Bulls.
And that's the only. You don't have a history because you don't have a history of drafting good people.
You know who has a history?
Exactly. Okay, so like I said, that's the front office.
Jerry West.
That's the front office's fault. That's not
Magic.
my fault. That's
Magic.
what I'm saying. Like,
but you guys are scrubs. Is the point?
Yeah.
No, you have a better front office as far as making judgments on drafting better players and building around them over time.
You
in
mean
history.
not scrubs? We
there's
don't
a
have
lot of
scrubs in our
teams.
front
No,
office.
there's a lot of teams
But there are
besides
people.
my team that have a lot of shitty choices in doing that. My team, my team is
Ooh,
not the
but
worst in that
no
shit.
one was saying that your team's not good, but you don't have
Okay,
a history.
but you can't say it's invalid that we have.
I never said that.
I did.
But you're saying exactly because what you're saying. When was the 90s? That's the past, right?
There was only one group.
But it was the past. It's a part of history. Our part of history, we reigned as champions.
In a blip of an eye, you did. In a
But
blip of a
if you want to
microscopic
call
eye.
19 years of a decade in the blip of an eye, just because in that blip of an eye you guys didn't win shit, go ahead.
We've always.
Magic was on the end of his career.
Lou, the Lakers have been relevant in almost every
What happened with
decade.
Jordan in '98? End of his career. End of our fucking team. End of the Lakers.
We were relevant
So when the
every
Magic
decade.
ended his career in the early '90s, it was the end of the Lakers for the whole decade.
It's almost rare that a team is relevant or has won a championship in every decade since the 20s. The Lakers are one of the few teams that have won a championship consecutively in every decade in the last 100 years. Compare that to your Chicago Bulls.
10 years.
Had to
that's
build
1 decade compared to 10 decades,
okay,
buddy.
but listen, because you started building your team in the late '90s. Because like I said, they weren't shit because you had an old declining Magic that was already out on its way.
And to be fair, the Chicago Bulls is a newish team, so okay.
Newish to what?
They're not.
They've been in the fucking league as long as the Lakers.
Nah.
No. They're like a CBA transition over.
So were the fucking Lakers Minneapolis before they were fucking. It was
That's
ABA.
what I'm saying. I'm not even counting those. But I'm saying.
You want to count those two?
You want to? Yeah, we're counting those.
Those don't count. That's not the NBA.
Okay.
I mean, we
It
can
doesn't
count
count.
those.
If we're talking NBA, it doesn't count.
Okay.
I'm saying you got lucky.
Just Los Angeles.
I know. I'm proving that you have a scrub team.
I'm just saying because the Lakers they come from Minneapolis because Lake Minnetonka, lakes in Minneapolis,
Right, yeah.
Lakers. That's where it comes
Like
from.
even
Not
when you
from
had
LA.
Rose,
Scrub team,
you only
right?
got where? How far did you get with
He
Rose?
kept on getting hurt.
Don't even go there because if it wasn't for injuries, nigga, we would have got a ring.
You can say that the same thing about Grant Hill.
Yeah.
You can say the same thing about him.
No. We can't say about
He
everybody.
drinks Sprite.
Derrick Rose
You
is
can say thing about
Derrick Rose, the youngest MVP ever.
Anthony Hardaway. You could have said the same thing. Penny Hardaway. You could have said
those
the
are
same
some
thing.
of my favorite players ever. I can say about any player that had a short career because of injuries.
You can
If
always play the
Rose-
what about.
It's always gonna be a
Rose-
what if.
If Rose was in his prime,
He
he's
was in
still
his prime, nigga.
All right,
Without
fade to
getting
black.
hurt,
Crowd goes
he
ape shit.
wouldn't
We're
win a
out of here.
Yes,
As
he
they say
would
in
have.
Canada.
He
Peace
would've.
out.
Fuck Canada. Fuck LeBron James. Dude.
That's crazy.
Fucking That's gonna be a good clip right there.
We're animated.
Is Josh?